YouTube, it's Louise, the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the smallest bedroom in the house on my little corner of the internet, where we talk about yarny goodness. We talk about things that we've been doing, crafting stuff. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, not at the weekend normally, because I missed last weekend. Sorry about that. Sorry, I had to send out the message to everybody's WhatsApp to say sorry. By that, I'm pretending we're in, like, I'd love it if we were in a real yarn group and we could all get together and you could all come in and you can get yourself your tea and your coffee. And yeah, I have gone for a Passionfruit Power smoothie. I don't know. That sounds kind of lovely. So that's what I've gotten for over there. That's the drink of choice for today. Passionfruit Power smoothie. Yes. So that would be great. But no, I couldn't make the weekend because it just was... Well, if you watch the booktube that actually I recorded this morning, you know that I worked all day Saturday and then Sunday took a bit of a turn. So I ended up going to see a friend and it was just one of those days where it got away from me. So I thought, well, I'll record this weekend. But actually, because of the new thing we've got, I decided to record today. I've also got lots to show you. So yeah. So welcome to my little corner of the internet, where we talk about yarn and goodness and new things that we have. First of all, let's light the candle. I'm going to again use this wax burner. Let's light the candle. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Slow breathe in. See the flame? If I put it against there, you can see it. There we are. Lovely. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a breath, everybody. Here we are. And I'm going to burn. The wax melt is the same as last time, which is lemongrass and ginger. I'm actually getting my new subscription for the other wax melts that I have. It will be lemongrass and ginger when I can get it. Gosh, did you open that up? This is all glitter on the top. This light is not the best for showing stuff. That's just white, isn't it? Anyway, there isn't a lot of it on there, so let's put that on there. So yes, the subscription I use is for Northern Soul scents, and I'll put that there. I'm getting that again in the next week, so hopefully next week it'll be a different scent. There we go. So yes, the weekend was kind of, it was lovely, but it was just very brief. Today has been a good too. Another good day off. It is, when I recorded BookTube this morning, it was raining. Then it went dry. And it's raining again. I won't show you, it's just grey. Tell you what, I will. I'll spin you around because it's quite nice to see out of other people's windows. Take a breath. Go and spin. There we go. That is the view. It's nothing, is it? What? So it's kind of yeah. Anyway, do you like my top? Gone for a different colour top, which I can't seem to straighten. So yeah, round neck but V. Like the round neck, but then the V stops it being so much of a shelf. I have to move you a little bit. There we go. That's it. That's better. So yes, I've got that now. Can't. Oh. Right. So yeah, I'm pleased with this. Nice colours. Nice colours, nice pattern. And actually, it kind of, that slightly reminds me of my first thing, which is a crochet thing. And you can guess which one it is. Yes. Ta-da! Ever so slightly. I think it's the round thing and then the four. It has, look. It does have the beginning of it, doesn't it? It has that middle bit of it is reflected there. How weird is that? How amazing is that? I've actually managed to somehow pick something that reminds me of my crochet. Weird. Obviously I was drawn to it for that. So this is, if you're new here, this is the Tudor Rose motif from the Spirit of Flora Cal, which is in Inside Crochet magazine. It's a year-long crochet-along, or Cal. This is the 4th motif and the 3rd one which I've done. It is following a pattern by Jane Crowfoot, and this is the finished Tudor Rose. I am not doing exactly the same colours. Well, I'm trying to colour match as possible, close as possible. I'm using Stylecraft Special DK. The actual pattern is constructed with Stylecraft Life DK and Recreate DK. So I am colour matching as near as possible. I can't remember the colours of these. I could look it up. I'll tell you what, I'll just quickly look it up. Get my book. This is my bag of colours. So this is the latest edition of Inside Crochet. And let me show you the full blanket, which is what the Cal is going to create. And this is the Tudor Rose. So you make 4 of each motif, which I have done. So I have done all 4. This is the 3rd motif I have completed, and my favourite. It was the nicest to do, and I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it. So the colours are buttermilk. So that's buttermilk. Now let's start from the middle. So the middle is meadow, all Stylecraft Special DK. So the middle is meadow, then that is plum, that is claret, so yeah, claret. That is actually spice. I thought I was going to use, what's the colour that they suggest? I can't remember now, but I used spice. This pink is pomegranate, this is buttermilk, plum, claret, spice again, meadow, khaki, and then I've bordered it. I was going to border it in cream, but actually I used Sirdar. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that. Can I get it to show? Yeah, there we go. Sirdar Snuggly DK in rice pudding, because the cream was just a bit stark. It just felt a bit stark. I felt like I needed something off. In the actual pattern, it's oatmeal, so it is again slightly off, and I think that's perfect. So it frames it without kind of going, look at me, which is what the cream was doing. The cream was just too stark. So I'm keeping all of them on my blocker, my crochet square blocker. I've got 1, 2, 3 books here, and I'm missing the corner here, but they have all been blocking. So I have 4 completed motifs. So I have 12 in total now. Look at the edges. Look at that. I've got 12 in total. Keeping them here is keeping them are relatively the same size. So yes, I'm really pleased. 3 months in, 3 motifs completed. The first month had 2 motifs, and I don't like the first one, which is the leaf trellis. However, I have seen people doing it in different colour schemes, and I do like it in other colour schemes. So I think what I might try and do is I might see if I can follow somebody else's colour scheme. However, I'm very tempted just to do another 2 of these, because I really like, this was a joy to crochet. Whether or not it's because it's the 3rd one, so I'm used to how the pattern goes, the pattern instructions, I know what it's supposed to look like. I knew how to kind of gauge this and kind of, I've now got kind of my eye in on how that particular designer, how Jane Crowfoot, how she designs things, how she constructs things. I think designers do get their own kind of language, and I'm kind of been able to read it better. I noticed that so many people said how much they liked this one, and I wonder whether it's all because we've got our eye in. So yeah, really pleased with that, really pleased with it. That's what the back looks like if you're interested in the back, so you can see some of the construction. I'm very nosy, I like the backs as well. So isn't it lovely? So that's the front, and then you can really see how the plum is used and the claret to kind of, yeah, because it is a kind of a 3D thing. I'll show you the back once more. There you go. It's fascinating, isn't it, really? So yeah, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a fun one to do. I did it super quick because each round I didn't struggle with, and each round I enjoyed. I did some of it, a little bit of it at lunchtime, but mainly it was at home, and it just didn't take me too long. So I have had a week off from doing it. I finished it last week, and I've had a week off. When's the next one come out? It won't be until mid-April, will it? So that's at least another fortnight. Let's have a look. I haven't knitted anything, crocheted anything else out of this magazine yet. 20th. So that's the 20th of April. So I have got probably another 3 weeks. There we go. Yeah, so maybe I'll do, maybe in a week or so, I might do a couple more. We'll see. I quite fancy doing something different with my crochet. I might wait until the 20th because it's a year-long Cal, so at some point in the year I can whip up some more and see which ones I like. I don't know. We'll see. I'm quite happy with that at the moment, so I think I might leave it and then I'll come back to it refreshed. So yeah, there we go. So there, I'm really pleased with that. My next thing is a knitting thing, which I've got in here. This is a project bag, which needs a wash. I created about 3-4 years ago, I think. I could do with, I've got a sewing machine. I'm itching to get to it. I just need some time spare. No, I need to make time. I need to put aside time and crack out the sewing machine and make some more. Anyway, this is my knitting thing. The colours look really interesting on there. Interesting. So this is one of these bags. So this was the first one I made. That is the second one I made. So this is the first one I made. And they are lovely, really useful little pouches. And they're called the Purl Pouch. And I love them. I absolutely love them. Since the first one I've made, I love it. I have made 3 in total. those two are kind of medium, and then I've made a large one, and I decided I'd make a large one. I think I chatted about it on here. I'd make a large one in blues. So I had these balls of leftover yarn, which I've put into colours, and this is all the blues. And actually I started by making you make the I-cord. You make the I-cord tie first. So cool, the construction. And then you knit down, and you start from in here. So that is my cast on edge, is just there. It's amazing, isn't it? And you kind of fold it back, and you knit rows and purl rows and knit together, and yeah, and then you knit in the drawstrings. So when you actually come to finish it, you have like two ends to sew in. Not that I mind sewing in, but yeah. So the top I did was just the purl closure. Actually, let's tell you that way. My I-cord bit, that bit looks nice and straight, but there's another bit, it looks all a bit twisted. But as you do that anyway, who cares? So the colours are just leftover yarn. So this is one of the first yarns. I've had this yarn for years. It's a kind of a sparkly sock in that kind of blue. Then I had this yarn, again, just a fingering weight. So fingering weight merino, that's fingering weight merino. And I am now using the remnants of another project. Let me find both balls before which is this kind of bluey purple, which actually I've only just switched to because I'm doing this is kind of a scrappy one. Well, you can see it's just turning on, but it actually really has kind of worked nicely with this blue. This one kind of stands out a bit. This was a miniature, I think. This was kind of just a little mini skein that I got somewhere, and I thought that's a nice blue. And so yeah, so it's all different kind of blues. I'm not sure these two actually particularly go, but I don't mind. I'm not doing it for anybody else. So yeah, can you see that the colours, I actually changed about 4 or 5 rows, but you can't actually tell where the change is. Isn't that cool? And I did magic knot ball, which is when you tie on the yarn in a particular way using a magic knot, and then you just can keep on knitting, so you don't have any ends to weave in. Got my needle stoppers, which are lovely, just kind of really handy. Stop the yarn coming off the needles in my bag. So yeah, so I've got this much, because you start off with one strand, and then after the drawstring channel you add another yarn, you add another strand, and I actually changed yarns at that point. And then it's creating a DK fabric by using 2 yarns. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so this is all, yes, and it feels lovely. Do you have a feel? It feels lovely. Yeah, let me just hold it up and you can see the colours. Oh, the colours, yum. So I don't know how much more I have to, I've probably got that much to do again, and I don't think I've got enough yarn there. So what I might do, looking at the blues I've got here, none of those are going to go. They're not going to really, they would all go together actually. They would actually make another bag. So what I might do is I might use this purple. So, because this is actually DK, so I could just use one strand of this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because this has got a kind of pinky purple going through it, I think I'll finish it with that colour. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This is the best thing about these projects. You just kind of playing. Because this isn't going to go anywhere. This is just going to be something that I'm going to use and I'm going to enjoy taking out of my bag. So yeah, that will make a dramatic bottom. I quite like having the base in a kind of darker colour. I still love that. Oh, got a bit of a hole there. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll decide that now. I did have some other blues in here. Needle size I use, well, it's what the pattern requires. The pattern requires you do 3.25mm needles to begin with, and then you 3.25mm needles to begin with, and then you change to 3.75. So I start off on my Knit Pro Carbons, 3.25mm. I don't know what size that is in American. I don't know what the US size is. So anyway, 3.25. And then I have my Addies, which are 3.75. So that's what I actually use to do the bottom with. When I'm knitting in the round through the main part of the body, I use my HiyaHiya sharps. It's an interchangeable set, and I was only thinking the other day, you and I, as this is what it looks like. I was only thinking the other day that this has been one of my most prized and used tools, is having this HiyaHiya sharp. So I've got four different cable lengths. I could do with more, but that's what I have, and 6 needle sizes. I may be making that up, it may be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 or 7 needle sizes, and I've used every needle size, and I just really like them. They're my kind of sharpness. So the HiyaHiya sharps are sharp, but I don't find them too sharp. There we go. I don't think they're as sharp as some of the others, actually. I think the Carbons, I found these sharper. But it's how it feels. But I have used, so if anybody's newer to knitting, I do think an interchangeable set is actually more cost effective in the long run, because you've always got options. I have used this in virtually every project I've done, and I don't regret it at all. Also, in some interchangeables, the connecting bit where you do the interchanging here, where you screw on or screw off, can become worn, and they haven't at all. So it wasn't a cheap set, but I haven't regretted it, and none of them have have worn at all. I've had them 6 years, and you really use them a lot. So yeah, that's what I would say to that. So yeah, that's what I've got in this bag. Very handy. Put it in my work bag, put it downstairs, knit away. I'm now in, as Joanne from Stitching the High Note says, glorious stocking it. So I'm just going round and round and round, and I can watch telly, talk to the husband, listen to a podcast, whilst not all at the same time, whilst knitting away, and it's fab. So yeah, can you smell that lemongrass? Is anybody had any of the what did I say, Passionfruit Power smoothie yet? Is it a bit fresh? I've got some hot cross buns. luxury from Marks and Spencer's. Oh yes, there you go. That's how much you mean to me. I would go to Marks and Spencer's and I would get the luxury one. So now, this is exciting. I've got my latest subscription from Cotton Twine. So this is the historical sampler that I get a subscription for and I haven't done one. But this is it. This is the one I'm going to do. I don't know what it's like. I don't know what the theme is. Cotton Twine by Historical Sampler Company. Not sponsored. This is a subscription that I have started in December. Is this my fourth? My third, my fourth, I think. Fourth month. And I love them. They're cross stitch. It is a cross stitch subscription box. I think they say historical sampler, but I find them quite modern designs and I really like them, and you get goodies as well in the box, and it feels like I get myself a present every month. So yeah, so you are going to open it with me. I saw the other day and it said, it's on the way, and I thought, right, we're going to do it together because you're crafty. So it has that beautiful paper in it. It does every time. Look at that. That is lush. Ooh, yay! So the one that I was most drawn to, and the reason I started it was because of winter. So I thought I'd really love to do it. I'd like to do all the seasons. And I think they were starting with winter. Please let it be that they were starting with winter. And so this, can I show you, is the spring one. Yay. I should take it out. This is the spring one. Oh, lovely. Spring. Cotton Twine, March 2023 design. Oh, that is lovely. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this month. So I won't do any crochet. I'll do this instead. Unless I get distracted. That is lovely. It's so beautifully done as well. So beautifully done. So, this is what it's... Oh, look, because you get the schematic in colour and black and white. It's here! The second of our new seasonal designs. Hooray! That means I will get the whole cassette. Spring. It is definitely our favourite time of the year. I do like it. We love the bright greens, yellows and oranges, and the March cross-stitch design celebrates the season beautifully. It does indeed. The box is Easter themed too. I did guess it would have an Easter theme. With the cutest gift from Felt So Good and a special Easter themed sweet treat too. Right then. What drink have we got? We have got organic English breakfast tea. Lovely. Have that in the morning. And then this is our little bag with love. And in here we have the fabric. We have the colours. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Needle. Look at that. That is lovely, isn't it? Ooh, not much of that colour. Is that lovely? Can you see the colours? Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Lush. I love that kind of duck egg. Duck egg blue. What's it called? Oyster grey. No, I think you'll find that that's duck egg blue. It's not oyster grey. Insect green. Who doesn't like a nice insect? What else we got in here? Felt so good. I think this should have been on this. Do beg your pardon. Oh, it's my Easter treat. Oh, look. Oh, it's a little bunny rabbit. Yeah, this should have, this tag. So this is from Felt So Good. Oh, look. I've got a little tail. Oh, his little ears. Where am I going to put him? I think he looks like him because I think his whiskers look like moustaches. Yeah, oh, he's so cute. You're very cute. You're very cute. There we go. And that is by Felt So Good. It felt so good. Ooh. Yum. Ah, little chocky. So that's my Easter themed chocky, which I shall cunningly put in my drawer here. Only you and I know that that's there. Away from other people in the house. And this is the frame. So that's handy. You see, this is the gloriousness, and then nice bright. That's a bright colour. This is the gloriousness of getting a kit, isn't it? Because it's all very well doing it. I think I've got a hoop from a previous one, so I could always use a previous one's hoop that I haven't yet done and use that to... I'm going to keep that. Yeah, I might do that. Let me have a look down here. Yeah, I've got one here that's got a hoop. So I might use that hoop. Yeah. Have I shown you the winter one? While I'm looking at it, that's the winter one. Beautiful. That's what I started with. And this must have said this is the first. It is. I should have just read that. That was the first. That was the winter one I got. And now I've got the spring. Spring. Lovely. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, friends. The March project has been designed in-house by historical sampler company and is a fabulous celebration of all things spring. The design is stitched on white Zweigart Ida using a spring theme selection of DMC threads. There we go. And if you missed this design, the winter design, it's available to purchase on their website. There you go. Lovely. Yeah, you've got all the instructions. Gives you all the instructions. Tells you exactly what to do. Oh, brilliant. Lovely. Right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That will be nice, won't it? And as it's lighter, it will be easier to see. That's the thing about doing something that's very intricate when it's darker, in the darker months, it's harder to see. So there we go, friends. And what am I going to do with my little friend? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. I love them. I really enjoy the boxes. And I will let you know next time how I'm finding the design. How easy I'm finding it to work with. I've cross-stitched for years. I've done all different types of cross-stitch. But I wouldn't say I'm that... I don't know. I'm probably beginner intermediate. I've never done anything very complicated. I'd probably say beginner intermediate with my my skills. Probably with crochet, I would say intermediate and I would say probably intermediate with knitting. I think I wouldn't be put off with an intermediate pattern. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Sizing with knitting, terrible. Let's be honest. So yeah, there we go, friends. Those are my 3 things. So I've got my crochet thing, my knitting thing, my crochet thing, my knitting thing, and my new thing. And a very nice scent in the room. I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week. Thank you very much to everybody that writes a comment. That's really lovely. I do read them. And if you ask a question, I'll of course answer. So yeah. Thank you so much for anybody that takes the time to watch this. You're welcome to like and subscribe and do all of those good things. Yeah. It's an absolute joy to sit down with you. And it was interesting to see so many people other people had found the same thing about Mother's Day. I found it a tricky day. So that was interesting. And yeah. But today's a good day. Every day's a good day, really. And the day that we're here is a good day. Oh, see, I need it in to keep my top on the coat hanger. But then it does that. I should make a feature of it. Oh yeah, no. I meant to have that hanging out. There we go. There we go, friends. Thank you so much for watching. This has been lovely, and I'll see you next week. Bye.